Take off your bag. Don't resist. You're gonna make it a lot worse than you need to. Take off your bag.
Sir, please.
Don't make this worse.
This is Sebastian Sepulveda Roman. He was just 19 when he was caught red-handed in more than one way in Orlando, Florida. Then, things took a turn for the worse. Much worse.
Ooh, goddamn, bro.
Leave it here for now.
Someone's chasing somebody. Don't speak on the goddamn radio.
How did this teen go from a simple conversation with a cop to a massive shootout, an epic car chase, and a tragic end? Why would anyone take their life over a police warning? Let's explore the final footage and tragic tale of Sebastian Sepulveda Roman. But before we go on, I must warn you, today's video discusses violence and suicide. Today's case begins in Orlando, Florida. Orlando is a 300,000 people city where movies, pop culture, amazing scenery, and yummy restaurants meet. People from all over the country gather at Universal Orlando to see their favorite movie characters go on crazy rides or just enjoy a little birthday treat. But Orlando has a dark side too. It's a town rife with crime, from petty theft to murder. Here's what the neighborhood scout says. With a crime rate of 44 per 1,000 residents, Orlando has one of the highest crime rates in America compared to all communities of all sizes, from the smallest towns to the very largest cities. Orlando has a violent crime rate of 44, double the US average, and a property crime rate of 81, when the national average is 35.4. So it's safe to say Orlando cops are pretty tough. But on the day of May 28th, 2022, an off-duty cop definitely wasn't prepared for the encounter with Sebastian Roman. Let's go through the body cam footage together and explore how it escalated to sheer terror. This is the body camera of an off-duty police officer walking through the Millennia Shopping Mall in Orlando on May 28, 2022. He'd just received a call about a young man acting strange around underage girls and making them feel uncomfortable. The person who made this call said he was acting weird and was probably drunk too. So the off-duty cop, being the closest to Sebastian at the time, decided to check things out. Now, there were already a few problems with Sebastian. He was harassing underage girls, drinking alcohol under the age of 21, and drinking in public. Sebastian Sepulveda Roman was 19 years old. He wasn't supposed to be doing any of the above, and he probably knew it.
Yo, Atlanta police, stop. Stop. Because you have an open container of alcohol. In public, you can't have an open container of alcohol. Give me your alcohol. Give me your ID. Your ID. Where's your ID?
I left it at home.
How old are you? Not 21.
Yeah.
Right.
Within the first few minutes of the conversation, Sebastian admitted to being under the legal drinking age in the US and revealed his alcohol bottle. Of course, that was the right thing to do. Honesty is much better than lying in this kind of situation. A police officer could always run your name through the system, and if they find out you've been lying, the punishment may be tougher. But this was just the beginning of Sebastian's interaction with the cop.
I can have you arrested right now. I should arrest you. How old are you? You're 19?
Yes, sir.
Right. Step over here. You ever been issued a Florida ID?
Yes, sir.
What do you do for work?
I work at a warehouse.
While the officer wrote a report, he asked Sebastian to sit tight in a hallway. He wanted to make sure Sebastian understood the context though, so he enforced it.
You're not free to leave, okay?
I'm not under arrest, am I?
No, you're being detained.
Does that mean cuffs?
No.
This is the first signal that Sebastian was already under duress. Of course, it's unpleasant to be detained by a cop for virtually anyone, but Sebastian seemed very preoccupied with not being arrested. Perhaps he had something to hide, or perhaps he'd had run-ins with the law before. Being 19, it's likely he still lived with his family, so getting arrested could have earned him a lot of shame, guilt, or conflicts with his family.
What's your social?
Talk about running data through the police system. Now the officer would have known if Sebastian was involved in any crimes before. He didn't mention this to Sebastian, so we don't know what he saw, but he decided to move the conversation towards Sebastian bothering the underage girls.
What are you doing at the mall?
I'm just walking around trying to shop. Have a good time while I'm on the weekend, you know. It's an honest mistake. I understand.
Okay. You're not trying to pick up anybody?
No, sir.
Okay.
I mean, women, yeah. Just having a good time.
You think it's appropriate to walk up to a group of young girls and ask their ages right away?
I was just trying to verify their age before I
I looked at them. You don't think they were definitely minors?
I didn't intend to.
Right. You don't look like a minor.
Yeah.
You've got a sleeve of tattoos.
Yeah.
That tells me you're at least above 18.
Yeah. It's my mistake. I was trying to verify
You
their
don't
age
think that's kind of
before
weird?
I approached them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird to walk up to a girl and ask her age before anything else. Almost as if he was expecting to get somewhere with them that way. Shopping malls are not hookup markets, and it's especially weird to behave like that with underage girls.
I was just trying to verify their age before I approached them. You know?
That's how you approach women nowadays? You just go up to them and ask them how old they are? Straight up?
Yeah, so I don't have to, I don't want to be in the wrong there, you know?
The more Sebastian waited for the cop to release him, the more anxious he got. It was pretty clear he wanted to leave, but he couldn't just force his luck with the cop.
You ever been arrested? No? You going to school or anything or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to school for barbering.
Trying or you what?
I'm trying, man. It's not that easy.
Here we get to a crossroads moment in the video. Sebastian was inches away from going home. The cop was just clearing his criminal record and preparing to send him off with a warning.
Just running on wants and warrants, make sure you don't have any crazy warrants or anything like that. And I'm gonna get you out of here with just a verbal warning on the alcohol, okay? I'm gonna suggest you don't approach women in that manner.
Yes, sir.
Or you can approach women however you want.
Yeah.
Children, that's weird. And that's when I got an issue with it. You understand that?
I understand.
Those were children.
Yeah.
Touché. There weren't any warrants for Sebastian's arrest, so he was close to getting away.
I'm also giving you a warning for your possession of alcohol being under 21.
The cop was getting ready to escort Sebastian out of the mall.
Where you parked at?
I came here through Uber.
Through an Uber?
Yes.
171-04-0080. What was the letter?
Are you gonna get home?
Uber back.
Where you live?
I live near the McCoy area on the east side. You know where that is?
You Ubered from there over here?
Yes.
Didn't come back.
I was just trying to find a new mall,
97 Bravo, Lima Mike Echo.
Where'd you get the alcohol from?
Me, from a friend. That's like 21. We were clubbing yesterday, and he had left it at my house. So I just
Roman.
Whether that story was true or not was no concern to the cop. He was just ready to send Sebastian on his way and reiterate his advice.
Stop it. All right, man, this is what I'm gonna suggest. I'm suggesting you leave the mall, okay?
Yeah, I'll leave.
That way we don't get any more issues about you.
Yeah.
You don't get into any trouble. You're already intoxicated. You're out here. You're doing dumb things, approaching young women.
Yeah.
Okay, or young girls.
That's the exit, right?
There's an exit over there. There's an exit over here.
Okay.
So you choose. Yep.
The officer proceeded to follow Sebastian through the mall all the way to the parking lot. This could be standard procedure for the cop to make sure Sebastian doesn't do any more dumb things. Sebastian took the long way out through a Neiman Marcus shop, all the while ignoring the police officer following him. But he knew he was there. As soon as he was out of the mall, Sebastian assured him he was leaving.
All right, I'll be on my way now.
But this was just the beginning of the end. Just as Sebastian was heading out, the cop decided to call him one last time.
All right, I'll be on my way now.
Hey, Sebastian, before you go, you're free to leave and everything. You have anything on you that would, drugs, guns, bombs, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
I
Mind if
smoked earlier, though.
So you have some weed on you?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Why would you say that, Sebastian?
Okay. Do you mind if I conduct a search of your person real quick?
I don't think you can.
I'm asking.
No.
What do you have inside your bag?
Just some stuff that I need to get home.
Okay. Do you mind showing me?
No, I don't have to.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Nope. Next time I see you here,
Okay.
I see it. It's a jar, and it's got a little bit of weed in it.
Okay.
You think I'm
I
dumb?
just finished it.
Okay.
With the...
Is that what's inside your bag?
Yeah. That's it.
Just the weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, why? Did you hear Sebastian say, that's it? By that, he literally implied that he had more inside his bag. If you only had a little bit of weed, you'd probably say, yeah, not to try to convince the cop there isn't something worse in your bag. Now the cop knew he had to look through Sebastian's bag, and Sebastian knew he couldn't let the officer see his stolen gun.
Yeah. Okay, take off your bag. Don't resist. You're gonna make it a lot worse than you need to. Take off your bag.
Sir, please.
Don't make this worse. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Sebastian took out his gun and shot at the officer. The officer retreated into the bushes. The woman sitting on the bench fled in a panic, and Sebastian ran as fast as he could through the parking lot toward the boulevard. The officer didn't return fire because there were people around. The risk of collateral damage was too high, so he continued to chase Sebastian while calling for backup.
Signal 43, Mall Millennia. White Hispanic male running. He's going towards Millennia Boulevard. He's got a gun. He's just shot at me.
This is the crazy scary police work we rarely see in real life.
Running. He's going towards Millennia Convoy. Hotel Mike. White shirt, blue jeans. He got a black bag. He pulled out black Signal 0.
The officer chased him through the parking lot, but Sebastian was way ahead of him. Eventually, the officer lost sight of him. But by now, there were several police cars out looking for him and aware of his description and location.
He just crossed Conroy right now. He's got to be somewhere around here. I'm in a foot pursuit with him.
Then, the police car nearly missed him.
Stop, go! Holy shot at me.
Yep, this is a true glance at the sheer stress of being a cop.
Yo! He must have just crossed somewhere around here. He's a Hotel Mike. Black hair. No facial hair, tattoos. White. He's got tattoos all on his right arm.
Sebastian was very close to the police officers, hidden behind his car, watching in horror as more and more officers turned up.
Where are you?
I'm at Conroy and Water Garden. Hey, he's shooting at us right now. He's at the Olive Garden.
As the cop ran toward Olive Garden, his body cam ended. The footage cuts to another officer heading toward the Olive Garden restaurant in his car. The officer behind the wheel fired 2 shots at Sebastian through the glass, then leans out and fires more shots.
What's he look like? He's a Hotel Mike. Black hair. No facial hair, tattoos. What color's his shirt?
White. He's got tattoos all on his right arm. I'm at Conroy and Water Garden.
Jesus Christ. Hey! Get down! Everybody get down! Get down! Get down! Everybody get back! Get back! He's over there! Behind the white SUV! White SUV! He's behind the white SUV! White SUV! Move up! Move up!
Up to 10 officers approached Sebastian with their guns ready. But as they found him in front of the Olive Garden restaurant, they realized he was already dead, lying in a pool of blood on the sidewalk.
Where is he?
Stand by. Stand down. We're in front of Olive Garden in the parking lot. Olive Garden in the parking lot.
It was still unclear what had happened to Sebastian, and the officers were just coming to terms with what had happened.
Ooh! God damn, bro.
Leave it here for now.
Someone's chasing somebody. Don't speak on the goddamn radio.
One of the officers was upset that several voices kept interfering with his police car radio while he was trying to get Sebastian's description and location. Others were simply trying to breathe after the whole incident.
You alright? I'm good, man.
Sebastian's death and the strange events before it made headlines throughout the country that evening. But no one knew how Sebastian died.
Police say the suspect who shot at officers is dead, but they haven't told us if the officer's bullets are what actually killed the man.
Police Chief Orlando Rowland also spoke to the media, explaining the police were still investigating the cause of death and the whole timeline of events.
We don't know whether it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound, whether it was one of our officers, or even potentially as he fell.
Yep. The police had to see if there had been any police brutality, if the case had been handled well, and who exactly killed Sebastian. It turns out Sebastian used a stolen gun, the one he was trying to hide from the cop, to take his own life. The case was simply shocking. Sebastian had been stopped inside the mall for bothering underage girls and drinking in public under the age of 21. The officer was willing to send him off with a simple warning, but Sebastian panicked in the worst way possible, escalating it all the way to taking his own life. Even the jar of weed that the officer saw outside the shopping mall could have earned him a misdemeanor, a little slap on the wrist. It's such a long road from a verbal warning to a misdemeanor arrest to a shootout and, well, suicide. It's truly heartbreaking to know that this situation could have been handled differently. Why did Sebastian fear an arrest so much? Why did he put his life in second place? Hopefully, Sebastian's family will be able to recover from his shocking, untimely death. Hey, thanks for watching. What do you think about this case? What went through Sebastian's mind when he chose his terrible fate? Leave a comment and hit the like, subscribe, and bell buttons so you never miss another episode. See you next time and stay safe.